My first reaction when I found out I was pregnant was I kind of lost it. I was mad and I was yelling because I knew I couldn't do anything about it, and I had already had 2 abortions. I did not want another one because it did not sit well with me either time. I was a teenager, and this time I was in my 30s, and I just knew better. So I went and I was talking to my sister, and my sister suggested, we saw options for women. We saw it together on Clayton Road, and when I first went in, and I was extremely emotionally numb is a perfect word. I was a barrier, so I buried it all, and I was, like I said, I was very upset when I found out I was pregnant because I absolutely just didn't think I could do it. I didn't want to try to do it. I didn't want my life to be altered in any way. When I went in, I had a few counseling appointments and the ultrasounds, and they gave you the little baby that was like, you'd show you how big your little baby was. And so it definitely stemmed like a mother seed in you, kind of, because I couldn't have felt farther from a mom. And I honestly didn't have any hope that I could raise Leonie. I had no hope that I should even try to raise Leonie. And what happened was they did counsel me, and they gave me a lot of hope. Like, you just realized that this was kind of what they were about. It wasn't a judgment call. It wasn't anything, but really what it said it was options, like new options. Did you ever consider that you could do this? Did you ever consider that God could get you through this? That was probably what stuck with me the most. And I guess it's a seed of hope is what it was that got planted in me. Because the baby becomes real when you're not really realizing how real the baby is. You're not realizing that the baby is actually alive already. You're not realizing, you're just thinking, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Instead of, what about this baby? But what it does is it brought me to realizing that the baby actually is alive and is breathing. And when you see the ultrasound, you kind of go, maybe I was more shocked. What it means to be a mom now, it's what keeps me going. It's just what keeps me going. It's what every morning I wake up and I'm just like, okay, but they, instead of but me. And when you're an addict, that was always your first thought, but me, what's next? And now it's like, okay, but they. It gives you so much purpose. It just gives you purpose. You're just relying on you. And it's got to be the hardest job on the planet, but it is by far just, I'm not even going to say rewarding, because it's what it boils down to is it's just who you are. And without him, I wouldn't have the strength to get up in the day. I wouldn't have what it took to even keep moving forward, because we're driven by our needs. And when your kids need you, there's no other words to describe how important it is to just do good and to be a good example and to get up and keep going. And for anyone who is considering abortion, any girl at any age, I would say, first of all, please don't do it. That life is precious. It's just precious, and there's no words to describe what God can do for you when you hold on to life. When you hold on to your life and the life of your children, there is no words that can describe the joy and the pain and the heartache. Don't get me wrong, but He gives you the strength, He gives you the courage, He gives you everything you need, and all you have to do is grab onto Him and not let go. And even, to tell you the truth, even if you do let go, He won't let go. He gives through the heartache, He gives through the pain, He gives through everything, and He can put you back on your feet.